That's Austin.
Sure is.
I mean, that's DEI for you. And of course, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to bring it up. You're supposed to just say, you know what, it's all racism. If you're talking about DEI, listen to Unjoyful Reed. Listen to what she's talking about when it comes to this DEI. You can't make it up, everybody. Everything is racist for them. They associate racism with everything that exposes exactly who they are. Watch.
Rampant conspiracies being hawked by the right about Tuesday's tragic bridge collapse in Baltimore. It has been a grab bag of right-wing grievances, barely coded racism, and flat-out lies. Noted Jewish space lasers and QAnon conspiracist Marjorie Taylor Greene suggested the disaster was the result of an intentional attack, perhaps by the space lasers. But the most idiotic and racist theories had to do with their newest boogeyman, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. A Republican congressional candidate in Florida tweeted that DEI did this. And a right-wing blue check account that's been boosted by Elon Musk in the past just blew straight past the dog whistling, tweeting to its 276,000 followers, quote, Baltimore's DEI mayor commenting on the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge. It's going to get so much worse. Prepare accordingly. The post included a clip of Baltimore's black mayor, Brandon Scott. I cannot believe I have to say this. Brandon Scott was elected with 70% of the vote in 2020.
You know why? Because 60% of the city in Baltimore they're black. That's why. DEI put him in there. DEI helped him get in there. That's the reason why he's in there. And she's on there defending him. And of course, it's all racist. It's all racism. DEI. Just like not wanting CRT in school to teach white kids that they're racist, that's racist as well. Because you don't want to teach your white children that they're inherently racist because they're white. That's racist. That's how they think. Listen.
City that is 61% black. So by right-wing logic, a diversity hire would have been a white man, which of course is what they want. Only the white Christian men may have the things. And at this point, it's evident what they mean by DEI, right? Okay, it means black people. It's the reason the right complained about critical race theory. It's not fashionable to be openly racist anymore in America, unlike what they call the good old days. So referring to a black mayor as a DEI mayor gets the point across, right?
Oh, wait. There's a couple more seconds to this. You know, I'm going to have to be honest with you. I didn't watch all of this. I'm like, okay, she's already getting stupid, so I'm going to play it. I didn't know she was going to bring up this other information. But you know what? You don't need to see it to know. If you watch a little bit of their stupidity and their hatred for America, all right, it's about what does white people got to do with it? What does white people got to do with DEI? The reason why they created DEI, because they're saying that black people don't get the same jobs as white people. Can y'all tell me what job in America that a white person has that a black person cannot work hard at and get themselves? Name one job. I'm being straight up serious, dead serious. Name a single job that a black person cannot get if he or she sets their mind to it that a white person has. I mean, from where I'm sitting, where I see black people have held every position in this country.
I know
that white people have held. What's that?
Leader of the Ku Klux.
No, David Chappelle. Come on now. David Chappelle has filled that position. So you can't say that they can't, because black people have.
I'm totally kidding. It's not funny, but.
Yeah, but listen.
Things. And at this point, it's evident what they mean by DEI, right? Okay, it means black people. It's the reason the right complained about critical race theory. It's not fashionable to be openly racist anymore in America, unlike what they call the good old days. So referring to a black mayor as a DEI mayor gets the point across, right? So fellas, why not just say what you mean? You can't stand black people. We get it. You've been heard.
You can't stand black people. Can't stand. You know what? That has nothing to do with it. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. I mean, really? And the reason why a lot of people started talking about DEI with him is because the way he came out representing himself, the way he came out talking. I'm like, what in the world? Why? How in the world did he get in this position?
Yeah, and Will, you should have been asking the opposite question, because
What's the opposite question?
It's not what job can a black person get that a white that a white person can't get.
Oh, I see what you're saying. What is a job that a black person has that a white person cannot get?
Yeah, I mean, if you're under Biden, you apparently can't be a judge on the Supreme Court.
Nope, you can't.
Right? You probably can't be press secretary. Actually,
you
can't
wait
be
a minute,
vice
hold
president.
on. You can't be a black man on the Supreme Court either, according to Joe Biden.
Well, I mean,
because they want to get rid of Clarence Thomas.
I mean, but there's a lot of positions now where they're like, we just want a black person. Like, there's no job that says we only want a white person. You can't say that. That's racist. But if you say we are looking for a minority, a black person, then that's okay. And
there's been actually some companies that have rejected
DEI is
white people
racist.
That had the qualifications for the job, and they were overlooked for someone who didn't have the qualifications, but because they had the right complexion.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's happening.
I don't want to get on an airplane.
Yep.
And the pilot is there because of DEI. That is like the most idiotic. I don't want to go to a hospital and have to be put under the knife with the doctor, and the only reason why he or she is there is because of DEI. Do you see the dilemma here? Would you feel comfortable with that?
I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's the opposite of what Martin Luther King wanted. He said, judge people by the contents of their character, not the color of their skin. Right? But we're doing the opposite. We're judging by the color of your skin.
Well, that's just old talk. That's old talk.
It's not old talk, because
according to the Democrats, to them it is old talk. Because, I mean, why would you want to do that
this
now?
This isn't what Martin Luther King fought for. They say stuff like that all the time. Well, they don't even know what he was really fighting for.
When they can use it to their advantage, to weaponize it against a group of white people, then they'll say that. They only say that. The left only says that. They only repeat what Martin Luther King says when they can weaponize it against white people. Other than that, they won't even utter the words. Like when it comes to DEI, don't associate Martin Luther King, because now you're calling him the N-word. Do you see?
You know what? I actually can almost come up with another person. Fannie Willis. She's another example of DEI.
Yes, exactly. Well, listen to the mayor. Listen to what he has to say. You tell me. Look at him. And you brought it up earlier. He's like has the John Fetterman look, right? He just shows up in a hoodie. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's black. He shows up in a hoodie. I guess he's trying to send another signal too, because black people can't wear hoodies apparently. Watch.
Allow you, Mayor Scott, if you choose to do so, to respond to the tomfoolery and attacks on you for having the nerve to be black and also a mayor.
Well, I think, listen, I know, and we all know, and you know very well, that black men and young black men in particular have been the boogeyman for those who are racist and think that only straight, wealthy white men should have a say in anything.
You know why young black males have been the boogeyman? Because the population of black people in this country, after they ended Roe versus Wade at the Supreme Court level, went from 13% to like 16.2%. But out of that 16.2%, it only makes up about 8% male, right? About 7% male make up that 16.2%. Out of that 7% male, black male in the country, they commit up to 56% of the most violent crimes in the country. Did you hear what I said? They commit 50%. This was on the FBI report. 56% of the most violent crimes are committed by black males. So, of course, they're going to be the boogeyman. Of course they are. But they don't want to acknowledge that part. They just want to make it racist. Listen.
For those who are racist and think that only straight, wealthy white men should have a say in anything. We've been the boogeyman from them since the first day they brought us to this country. And what they mean by DEI, in my opinion, is duly elected incumbent. We know what they want to say, but they don't have the courage to say the N-word. And the fact that I don't believe in their untruthful and wrong ideology, and I am very proud of my heritage and who I am and where I come from, scares them. Because me being at my position means that their way of thinking, their way of life of being comfortable and suffering, and while everyone else suffers, is going to be at risk. And they should be afraid, because that's my purpose in life.
So he's saying white people should be afraid of him? Wait. Just a second ago, he's saying that racist white people were calling him the boogeyman. And now he's saying that white people should be afraid of him. So is he the boogeyman or is he not the boogeyman? You understand what I'm going at here? Yeah. He's the one saying it. They should be afraid of him. So he's playing the role of the boogeyman still. He wants to be the boogeyman, just like they want to be victims.
And by the way, you know, the coded racism, before we even knew the nationalities of the men, Maria Bartiromo was out there talking about open borders and trying to somehow signal that they wanted to go after the brown people too, because of course that is their other target. We know that the men who were doing this hard construction work overnight, trying to fix the potholes on this bridge, working very hard, were Latino. And so that's now on the table too. We know that this ship, which came from Singapore, was piloted by a very heroic crew from India whose Mayday call saved lives, not maybe saved lives, but did. So this is a full-throated attack. But this is also what America is. It is people of multiple races who do the hard work to make America work and literally make it work.
You like the content Will Johnson is producing? To stay informed and up to date with the current events, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Also, to find Will Johnson, visit www.uaf.media.